action. Moments away, it'll be Cleveland going up against the Bobcats. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Well, Clark, a matchup you're very familiar with, being a former forward in this NBA. What's the most challenging part about going up against a great front court on the other side?
Well, a couple of things stand out to me, Kevin. One, you got to match physicality. Strong centers and forwards are going to make it tough for you physically. And then you've got to be able to handle thumping and bumping at both ends of the floor.
5 to shoot. Here's Hughes. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Felton. Floats one. Good on the shot. And here is LeBron. Ilgauskas a screen on Felton. Here's James. Pass to Marshall. And that one's good. James.
What a combination of instincts, skill, strength, explosiveness. I think James can be as good as he wants to.
Now here's Wallace. His last outing, he had 24 points. James against Felton. Over LeBron. And the rejection by LeBron.
And terrific timing on the rejection. James embraces setting the tone on the defensive end.
Here's Marshall, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's the kind of activity on the offensive glass that can be a game changer.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
The free throw off for Marshall.
And Marshall, the very definition of a stretch four. A forward who really spaces the floor with that ability to shoot from deep.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Hughes. And there's the drive. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Inside, Hughes can be very dynamic. I mean, his athletic ability gives him a lot of options to choose from.
No one near Felton as he lets it go. Offline with his 3. For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Hughes against Okafor. The shot by Hughes, no good. Charlotte trails by 6. Wallace looking for an opening. Here's the drive, and it's Wallace with the jam.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Kept alive. And Okafor with the block. Wallace outside. Rebound by Marshall.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
James makes it off the glass. James has got his second bucket.
Are we sure LeBron came straight from high school? Boy, this kid from Akron is special.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Hughes with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. All going up court. And the jam by Ilgauskas.
And not a long trip to the rim for Ilgauskas, using that reach to just hammer it down.
Felton feeling it out a bit. Going inside on the wing, Wallace. Felton dishes to Okafor. Just 5 to shoot. Felton the pass to Bobcats. Shoots the 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
Charlotte trails by 10. Wallace outside. Pass to Okafor. And finished off by Okafor.
Staying with it, a chance to add another.
As this new season progresses, Clark, is it too soon to label any team the favorite to win it all?
I always hesitate to start labeling favorites at this juncture, but there obviously are teams that jump out at you. But there's still a long way to go, and I like to allow things to play out just a little more before I start locking in the favorite.
That one misses for Okafor.
And you know, with some players, it's more than just the numbers. He provides things for this team that don't always show up in a stat sheet. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And here's Felton from the arc. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Hughes got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Back to James. Shot clock at 5. Inside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Now here's Felton. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
On the interior, it's mandatory that you play through contact.
Cleveland leading by 8. James with it. Now Okafor defending. LeBron kicks to Pavlovich. Over Wallace. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Charlotte calls timeout. Some changes for Charlotte. Mays checked in, and Rush is subbed in for Keith Bogans. Then for the Cavaliers, Gooden comes in for Ilgauskas. And it's Snow in for LeBron. And so Knight will bring it up for Charlotte, trailing by 10. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And
one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
It's Rush outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Rush has got 6.
Kareem Rush showing you the range right there.
Hughes with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Knight against Snow. Here's the floater. Gooden. Knight grabs the board. Charlotte trails by 6. Okafor dishes to Knight. To the paint. Here's May. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Hughes, the pass to Marshall. Lays it up off the glass. Marshall's got his second basket of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Rush from deep. It's rebounded by Snow. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Now Hughes. 6 points for him. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Now that's a big-time physical play. Hard to get in Marshall's way when he's attacking the rim like that.
Wallace left side. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Last time they met in Cleveland.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnover.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Here's Rush. He has 6. From downtown, they get it back. Here's May. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. May's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And Cleveland making a change here. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Pass to Snow. Outside for Jackson. There's the 3. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Hey, you got to take those long-range looks when they come your way. Don't wait.
Here's Knight. No scoring in this one. They set the pick. This one for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Left side, Jones. Misses in close. Charlotte trails by 9. Outside, Knight. Right wing. Here's Rush. He's guarded by Verajao. 4 on the shot clock. Rush's shot is off.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Here's Snow. And Jones pulls it down.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Here's May. He's guarded by Verajao. And May gets it to go. May's got 6. 1:11 left here in the opening quarter. And Verajao kicks to Jackson. Pass to Jones. Down low. Here's Gooden. And it's Gooden with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Jones. still without a basket. Charlotte moving it around. Knight wide open. Misses off the right iron.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Jones. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Here's Rush. 6 points for him.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play, defended the shot, and then finished it off with the rebound.
Here's Snow. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's Cleveland. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Something else they've been doing really well is shredding that defense by getting all the way to the rack. They've been absolutely fearless in attacking the paint.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself in the position, and then was able to make the play.
Charlotte making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Shot clock at 6. Jones, the pass to Vosker. Pulls it from 20. Felton can't get it to go.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
And it's slammed in by Verejao.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Verejao, and it's slammed in by Verejao.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it's Ilgauskas missing. Charlotte trails by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Ilgauskas, good. Ilgauskas has got 8.
And I like how tenacious Ilgauskas is. Once he catches the ball, he feels like no one is stopping him.
Okafor sets the pick for Felton. Here he goes to the inside. Roscoe, that one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Jackson misses. The Bobcats have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Felton attacking. It's deflected. For 3. Jackson misses. The Bobcats shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Get the floater. Count it. And the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from Jones.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Pass to Jones. With some arc. That shot off. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Okafor with a screen on LeBron. And stolen by LeBron. Now, here's Ilgauskas. Good, and the assist goes to James. He's got 11.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Charlotte calls timeout. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Cavaliers. I know they would have liked a better start, but they're 10th in the conference right now. And, of course, Charlotte. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
And right now for the Cavaliers, their slow start to this season has brought some of this team's issues to light. And this is a team that I didn't think had any issues to speak of.
Neither did I, but clearly they're not the dominant force we thought they'd be. They've got some kinks to work out for sure.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Wallace. 5 on the clock. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Ilgauskas. And you look at the draft this year and the coming years, Clark, a lot more high schoolers are considering making the jump to the pros.
Yeah, you know, and that's always been interesting to me. For some, it's the right move, but for most, that's a significant jump that shouldn't be made. But there is another pathway with the NBA founding the Development League in 2001, and that could give some of these high schoolers who may not be ready for the NBA a chance to gain some additional experience.
Free throw good, Wallace. And so he hits both. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And here is Hughes. He's got 6. Wallace outside. Felton finds Okafor over to the wing. Here's Voska, covered by Ilgauskas. Oh, that's blocked.
Yeah, and Ilgauskas stretching out there to block shots. Superb at using that huge wingspan to come up with rejections.
Now here's LeBron. 20 points for him last game against Atlanta.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Here's Wallace following the basket by LeBron James. Pass to Bogans. And here is Wallace. Takes the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Hughes got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ilgauskas a screen on Felton. Here's LeBron. Bogans grabs the miss. Charlotte trails by 14. Wallace outside. To the middle. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And he gets it to go. And so it's Charlotte with it. Wallace outside. Pass to Okafor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Bobcats shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That free throw missing. Rush is jacked in for the Bobcats. Knight comes in for Raymond Felton. He's off on the second. Cleveland leading by 14. Hughes, the pass to Pavlovich. Good work there as it goes.
The concentration it takes to finish through contact, impressive.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Drew Gooden is checked in for Cleveland. Snow comes in for James. On the free throw, no good. And here are the Bobcats. Pass to Wallace. From down in the low post, it goes. Wallace has got 6.
That's the look you want.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Bobcats making a change here. Mays checked in. And so it's Cleveland with it. Hughes with it. He's got 8. Launches it. Bogans grabs the miss. Hogan's got his 4th rebound in this one. May off with the layup. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Now Hughes. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And it's Gooden with the jam.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Knight. The Cavaliers making the shot. Down low. It's tipped. Here's Marshall. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
He's a fantastic facilitator. He could virtually run a team in his sleep.
And so it's Charlotte with it. It's an 18-point game. Here's Wallace, and the jam by Wallace.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
High, arcing shot. The shot by Hughes, no good. Charlotte shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. Here's Rush. Hughes covering. Lets a floater go. Rush gets the bucket. Rush has got 8 points.
Rush not backing down there, making good use of his frame.
Hughes against Wallace. Hughes kicks to Pavlovich. Pass to Marshall. Here's Snow. Hasn't made one yet. 4 on the clock. No good on the triple. And so Knight will bring it up for the Bobcats. They trail by 14. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Charlotte shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he makes the first. And we're seeing more and more high schoolers coming straight to the NBA. Some wish the league would require players, Greg, to wait a few years first. Why's that?
Kevin, I think the concern is talent evaluation. But if you give high schoolers an opportunity to compete at a higher level, scouts should have plenty to dissect.
Wallace hits 2 free throws.
Hey, I've said it before, it's worth repeating. You cannot underestimate the importance of free throws.
Here's Snow. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. To the paint. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Snow's got his first points in this one.
The D can give up these kinds of looks, especially to Snow.
Knight kicks to Rush. There's the pick. Pass to May. And he goes in for the dunk.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. The Cavaliers leading by 12. And here is Hughes. He's got 8. Driving the lane, Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
And you're not going to get an easier deuce than that, straight to the basket.
Pass tonight. Here's Wallace. Lets the 3 fly. Gooden with the rebound. Marshall passes to Snow. The floater fires the 3. Rush grabs the miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Knight with it. Working on Gooden. A nice shot by Knight.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Cavaliers making a switch here. Verajau's checked in. Pass to Snow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bobcats pull it in. Rush outside. Nailed from three-point land. Rush has got it back down to single digits for the Bobcats. Snow against Knight. On the wing, it's Larry Hughes. A floater. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 Knight.
The more good work he does inside, the more it helps his entire game.
Back to Knight in low. It's rebounded by Snow. Snow's got 5 rebounds tonight. 1:04 left in the first half. Pass to Gooden. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Jones has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires from deep. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Hughes got 7 rebounds in the game. From deep three-point land. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Rush. He's covered by Snow. Here's Jones. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Jones has got 4 points this quarter. Hughes with it. He's got 10. Takes it inside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
And that one falls for Hughes. Hughes with the steal. Go! Yes!
Count it! Count
At the buzzer!
Taking this arena's breath away. That's a crazy shot at the buzzer, folks.
And so it's Cleveland. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get... And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Charlotte trails by 15. Now here's Felton with the teardrop. Rebound by Marshall. Pass to LeBron. LeBron gathering speed.
And pretty amazing
the damage LeBron can do off the dribble at his size.
Now Felton. Teardrop shot. Got a hand on it.
The shot was sent back with some attitude right there.
The drive by James. And it's blocked. Wallace up on top. Here is Felton. Here's the teardrop. And then Okafor slams it in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Looking like a vet right there, running the pick and roll. LeBron so quick at making decisions.
Wallace outside.
Come get it. Hit that shoot.
Pass to Voskuhl. And good that time. Voskuhl's got 8 points.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Here's Hughes driving inside.
The whole dynamic drive by Hughes, cutting through the defense to get him an easy one.
LeBron against Felton. Floats one up again. It's good on the putback. Okafor's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
LeBron with it. Now Okafor defending. James kicks to Pavlovich. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Ilgauskas. Good, nice job down low. 13 points in the game.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Charlotte calls timeout. Right side, Felton. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Ilgauskas, the pass to LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
We knew this about him coming in. LeBron can get a little freaky with it when he goes up top.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. The rebound by Hughes. Hughes got rebound number 8 now on the night. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Nice setup that time for James, and he takes full advantage with a big flush.
And here is Felton. Driving to the basket. And yes, it's good. Felton's got his third basket of the night.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Marshall sets a screen for James. And the dunk by James.
And, you know, that kind of defensive effort not going to faze LeBron at all because he's resilient.
Wallace with the ball. He's got 10. Felton dishes to Wallace. Okafor sets the pick for Wallace.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. And that will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by Voskuhl. Charlotte trails by 19. Outside, Felton. Good on the triple. Felton's got 9 points.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Marshall sets a screen for LeBron. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. For the Bobcats, Rush is jacked in for Wallace. And Knight subbed in for Raymond Felton. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Pass to Marshall. On the wing, James. Just 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. From outside, off the mark. Charlotte trails by 16. Okafor finds Rush. Now, here is Knight. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Bogans. Now Rush. Defended by Jones. Picked by Okafor. Rush the pass to Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
They get the rebound. Marshall gets the bucket.
Oh, energetic play by Marshall. Just outworking the defense for that one.
Outside Knight. With the drive. The shot missing. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Here's James. And James throws it down.
Making it look all too easy. James rises up with such aggressiveness on those dunks.
Knight against Snow. Sweet move. The shot by Knight, no good. Well, Cleveland shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Marshall deciding where to go with it. Right side, Jones. The 3-ball. Rush grabs the miss.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Yep, that one goes in there. Hogan's got his first 2 points.
Clever decision that time by Rush with the basketball, not just holding it and waiting for his shot.
Now Jones. Outside, James. Pass to Ilgauskas. LeBron sets the screen for Jones. LeBron with it. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 3rd assist on the night.
LeBron, so special, can put points on the board in a hurry.
Knight for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Ilgauskas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Kicks it out to Jones. The 3-pointer, no good. Charlotte trails by 18. There's a good screen. And the rejection by LeBron. Jones in the post. Marshall passes to Snow. That 3 off the mark. The Bobcats shooting 47% from the field in the 3rd. Here's Rush. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. A different look now for Cleveland. Drew Gooden has checked in for Ilgauskas. And it's Jackson in for Snow. Jackson dishes to LeBron. Floats one. Here's Gooden. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And, you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Jones, no luck. And so Marshall will bring it up for the Cavaliers. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. On the wing, James. 21 points in the game. And he drops in the layup off the glass. LeBron's got 23 points.
Already really controlled and composed inside. LeBron knows when to hold them or fold them.
Inside, here's Rush. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
Well, they've continued to play pedal to the metal, leaking out and capitalizing with ease when they get opportunities in the open court.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
The first one falls.
You know, he's your classic athletic 6'6" wing. Kareem Rush is the kind of guy that kind of holds it together for his team on the perimeter.
Both free throws good from Rush. Cleveland leading by 21. James kicks to Jones. 1:43 left in the third. Jackson has the open look and a miss there on the triple. Charlotte shooting 43% for the game. Pass to Jones.
Switch.
Here's Rush, covered by LeBron. To the paint, 6 to shoot.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Well, Cleveland shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. Marshall sets a screen for Jones. Out to the right wing. The 3. Bobcats with the rebound. Jones has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass tonight. Here's Carroll, guarded by Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. Jones, the pass to Marshall. Back to Jones. Jackson from long range. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 4 assists now tonight. Outside, Jones. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Jackson from long range. The rebound by Voskuhl. Voskuhl's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Rush kicks tonight. Pass to Voskuhl. And the layup's good off the glass. Voskuhl's got 14. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. James with a deep 3. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. We'll return shortly. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Outside, Jones. And we know last season marked the creation of the National Basketball Development League, the NBDL. The NBA family now creating, Clark, its own minor league system.
Yeah, I like going in that direction for the NBA and its teams. It's made travel a little easier. The 8 teams currently all clustered in the southeast part of the country. We'll see how that expands and grows and evolves, but I think the league itself is sure to develop over time while developing future NBA players.
And the shot goes in. Jackson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Cavs.
Ball coming, ball coming.
Wallace outside. Outside, Felton. Pass to Jones. Clock at 6. Outside, Carroll. Drops in the tray. Carroll's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Off the screen.
Back to Jackson.
Right there.
And Okafor with the block.
Oh, that's tremendous anticipation, timing the block perfectly.
Wallace finds Okafor. Okafor with the screen on Jones. Felton with the ball. Jones covering. Felton can't get it to go.
He did the work to get inside, but still, you've got to put the period at the end of the sentence. You got to finish.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Love whenever Hughes uses his athleticism, especially when he's close to the basket.
Charlotte trails by 21. Here's Wallace. And something we've seen the last couple years, more and more overseas players, Greg, making their mark in the NBA.
Yeah, Dirk led the way a few years back, and having a big star like Yao Ming come into the league, the NBA might explode in overseas talent.
Pass to Hughes. On the wing, Jones. He's covered by Felton. And the jam by Ilgauskas.
Yeah, the big man is just dominating right now. Ilgauskas plays hard, physical basketball.
Jackson against Wallace. And he drives in. Here's Felton. It's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the jam by Ilgauskas.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Felton goes in, banked in off the glass.
Simply taking what the defense gives.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Hughes. No good from outside. Charlotte trails by 21. Carroll passes to Wallace. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Here's Hughes. Pass to Ilgauskas. The three-pointer off the mark. Bobcats have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And Okafor with the block. Felton dishes to Wallace.
Come get it. I got the help side.
Back to Felton. To the middle, trying to find Jones. He gets it to him.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They lead by 17. Jackson against Wallace. And Gooden kicks to Jackson. And here is Hughes. Ilgauskas a screen on Carroll. To the inside. They get it again. He gets it in there. Ilgauskas has got 19 points.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
For three, Felton. Gooden with the rebound.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And it's Ilgauskas missing. And it's Jones with the ball for the Bobcats. 19-point game. Wallace outside. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. That one is on Ilgauskas.
Well, you got to like the intensity. He really went at him that time.
Free throw good, Wallace. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Cleveland leading by 18. Ilgauskas with it, and it's Wallace picking him up. Hughes, good.
And one thing about Hughes, that man is always ready to shoot it.
Felton with the ball. Puts it up. And Okafor slams it in.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Get there, get there.
Here's Wallace. Rebound by Marshall. Marshall's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Now Hughes. And that one is hammered home.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Okafor sets the pick for Felton. Bangs home the trifecta. Felton's got 10 points in just the second half.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Offensive rebound. The shot by Hughes, no good. Charlotte trails by 21. Okafor finds Wallace. Well, Clark, a lot of folks are saying the NBA is getting back to being a guards league. Do you think they're right?
I'm not quite ready to go that far, Kevin. Guards certainly have an impact and influence on the game, but a dominant big man is still the primary weapon in the game and has a little more value than outstanding guard play. But it is interesting to see the NBA does have an awful lot of talent on the perimeter.
Here's Okafor. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Nice flow to that sequence, moving the ball really well.
The Cavaliers leading by 19. Here's Snow. Pass to Hughes. Launches from deep. Offensive rebound. Marshall. And finally they hit one. Ilgauskas has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Ilgauskas is a 7'3" big man who does a really solid job rebounding the ball.
And here's Felton from the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And here is Hughes. Pass to Pavlovich. Poked away. It's taken away by Wallace. He takes it in. Here's Okafor, and then Okafor slams it in.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's LeBron, and Okafor with the block. Now Rush. And it's Carroll in the corner. It's rebounded by Snow. Snow's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Ilgauskas. Now Hughes. And Marshall kicks to LeBron. 2 on the clock. Fires away from way outside. And it's Emeka Okafor with the rebound.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Here's Vosco. Charlotte moving it around. The shot by Carroll, no good.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Cleveland.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
Okafor, high post. Varejao on him. There's the pick. It's Rush outside. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts. Well, Cleveland shooting in the 4th quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Okafor against Varejao. Pass to Jones. Down low. Here's Gooden, and it's Gooden with the jam.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Snow. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road